Make winter. Paul George posted some pictures of his Halloween costume as the Night King from Game of Thrones. Wilbon, don't know if you watched Game of Thrones, but does this mean that Dame should dress up as Arya Stark? Then we'll ask Zach.
Northwestern alum created Game of Thrones. By the way, it looks like a movie costume that takes like 5 hours a day in makeup.
You're getting
stories.
Yeah.
Who has that?
I'm recycling the Harry Potter costume I've worn before like 5 times. I got nothing.
You can roll with that, though. I feel like you could be his understudy at this point. Make it happen. All right, Hollywood, let's go. Zach Lowe, starring the next Harry Potter movie. Miss Confidence. Here's KCP calling away his teammate for an ISO towards the end of the shot clock. But then he takes his contested three and, of course, airballs it. So, Zach, will KCP second guess taking this kind of shot next time?
Look, it's good that he got it out of the way in the preseason because with LeBron and AD are on the court, you ain't doing that. Pass the ball. You're not waving off those guys. So it's a preseason. Let it fly.
Yeah, but isn't he going to have to play a lot of minutes at least the first week or so?
Oh, he's going to have to play a lot, but he's not going to do that.
Yeah.
If he's the outside shooting, he better get a lot closer to the basket than that.
Yeah.
That shot was about what? 15 inches off?
LeBron will adapt the Kobe death stare.
Maybe
basically.
not 15 inches off.
Nobody does a death stare like LeBron.
Make repetition. LaMelo balling out in Australia. Check out this double behind the back move this morning for an assist. Wilbon, do you think LaMelo should be a top 5 pick in the draft?
You know, my 11-year-old son who obsesses over LaMelo has been telling me this for 2 years, and I've been screaming at him, shut up. Turn the LaMelo video off. It's not going to happen. And now Dad could look pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Top 5. People are projecting top 3.
Yeah.
That's going to be a rough L for Dad in the Wilbon household. That's a big L.
You already
coming
with me.
up.
Oh.
Yeah, big W, though, for LeVar, potentially, though. Yeah. You know, so there's that. Maybe the return of LeVar Ball. Next, Miss Bronx Bombers, James Harden and Russell Westbrook were sitting front row at the Astros game on Saturday night. Jose Altuve hit the walk-off, sending the Yanks home. And, of course, the Astros will join the Nats in the World Series. Zach, this is a good omen for the Rockets this season.
It has to be a good omen. Baseball, a good old American game. 2 guys having fun. They're cheering. They're into every pitch. It has to be a good omen.
I was going to wonder if this is the closest they're going to get to any championship.
Oh!
I'm sorry. Somebody's got to be the bad guy occasionally. Maybe it will be. The number of people who are buying into Westbrook Harden, taking that team deep.
Yeah.
Far greater. And like traditional point guards. Talk to Isaiah Thomas, the original Isaiah Thomas, a few weeks ago. And he's one of them. And people really, and I said, wait a minute, Isaiah, you're like the most fundamental traditional point guard, distribute, set other people up. This is not the way you played. And he's one of the people that says, wait a minute, these guys are onto something and have something.
I think they're going to play hard during the regular season. I think they could be a home court advantage team, for sure.
If they're not, it's a disappointment.
Yeah.
They're going to win a lot of games. But, to me, the answer is boring. I think they're going to be really good and not make the finals again. And at that point, there's going to be a reckoning over, is this the direction for us?
Right. Yeah, for sure. All right, let's get back to Extension Watch 2019. Over the weekend, Buddy Hield threw up the show me the money hand sign to Kings GM Vlade Divac after throwing down a dunk at a scrimmage open to the public. Earlier today, Woj reported that Hield accepted a 4-year, $94 million contract extension to stay in Sacramento. Woj also reports that the deal has another $12 million in incentives, bringing the total potential value to $106 million. Mike, Hield said last week he wanted $110 million. So who won the negotiations?
They both won negotiations, but I will say this. For Sacramento, that's a good number, right, on which to try to sort of tinker with your own roster if you need to. I guess you could look outside, but there's no rush in Sacramento. What they can't do is make a big, stupid decision. This seems to be a really smart decision, Zach.
And it goes down. It starts at $24 million, and then the 4th year it goes down to about $18 million, which is huge for them because by the time Fox and then Bagley get presumably max contracts, their tax situation could have otherwise been dicey and is now not so dicey. I think it's a good deal. I think if you have to pick a winner, which I hate, it's the Kings, but the other guy just got $86 million guaranteed to himself and probably 94. But I think Hield probably forfeited a little more upside than the Kings did. The Kings were not going to get a better deal than this ever, and Buddy had a shot if he had a good year and with the free agency dwindling to get a huge deal. So, but it's hard to turn down $94 million.
Can he be the sort of new Bradley Beal? Can Buddy Hield be that? Almost right away, like in another year?
I think he needs to handle it more. He's got to bring something other than shooting, but he is. People think, Buddy Hield's
he's
a
an elite shooter.
He's
there are 4 guys in the entire history of the NBA who have attempted in any season more than 7 threes a game and hit more than 42%. Steph has done it 6 times, which is insane. Clay has done it 3 times, Ray Allen once, and Buddy Hield once. He's not just a good shooter. He is like a little splash brother 90 miles away.
Yeah, it is pretty incredible. And by the way, for the Kings, I think it was smart to get this deal done on a number of fronts. It's not like you're this panacea, this for free agents, right? Like, free agents aren't flocking necessarily to Sacramento. You kind of have to lock this group up and hope that they grow together.
Free agents have flocked there to get leverage for other deals other places in the past, but no, free agents do not flock to the Kings. This is their core now, and that's going to be the question. Core. Bogdanovic is the next guy up for potentially a new deal, and they're just going to have to ask themselves, is that 5? We pay those 5 guys. How far is that getting us? And if the answer is not as far as we hope in the Western Conference, then they have some tough decisions to make.
What do you expect from Bogdanovic in this possible extension?
So his extension is not the deadline. Today's deadline does not apply to him. His extension can happen anytime during the season. But the most they can offer, because the NBA rules are weird, is 4 years, $51 million. I would be absolutely blown away if he takes that deal. Clearly, he has not taken it.
Right.
Coming off his performance in FIBA, seeing his own teammate, another guy, go out of the free agency market for this summer. His stature just keeps going up and up. I would be blown away if he took that deal, so I think he hits free agency this summer.
What is Sacramento, Michael? Like, they're in this group with New Orleans, I feel like, right?
They are. Looking at, it's can we get to the playoffs? Can we get to 8?
Right.
Essentially is where they are right now. But 2 things. You mentioned one of them, Marty George. They have to keep everybody, including if they have intention to trade them, because that's probably the way, if they're going to luck their way, and let's face it, everybody gets lucky, whether it's the lottery, all right, maybe a free agent signing you don't think you're going to get, or in this case, a trade. And if you've signed your guys and you've kept that group together, you can make a deal and wind up getting perhaps a slightly better player or in an advantageous position. That's, to me, how Sacramento's going to get there, because they're not going to attract a A-level free agent star. They're not going to get that player.
So Buddy took 4 years, right? That's not a coincidence. You can give out 2 5-year extensions to your own draft picks. They're saving those for Bagley and Fox.
Right.
So lock those guys up, lock Bogdanovic up. You now, because Buddy's deal goes down, you can keep all 5 of those guys and duck the luxury tax just a little bit, but you got to spend almost nothing on the rest of your roster. And that's why I say you got to ask yourself, is that 5-man core getting you where you want to go?
Quickly, how different are they with Luke Walton?
I think, they were already the second fastest team in the league last year. They might even be faster this year. It's going to be interesting to see what the offense looks like and how much Fox is empowered to really control everything.
Let's go back to 1 through 8 for a second. Do you have them anywhere near the 8 spot this season?
I have them near, but not in. But I think, but to your point, they seem like a franchise that can be in danger of almost rushing the process a little bit. They cannot it's hard to make the playoffs in the West. You just got to get in once. Start there, get in once. Don't start talking about anything else.
All right, up next, we'll tell you about the NBA's new zero tolerance policy for abusive or hateful behavior from fans. So stick around to find out what could get fans ejected from the stands. We'll be back here in a moment on The Jump.